Hi, my name is Amelia from the ztastylife. And today what I'm going to make is I'm going to prepare my evening for my friends, and I'm going to make a crepe batter that later on tonight I'm going to serve for my friends in the form of crepe Suzette. I work, so I don't really want to spend the whole day in the kitchen working, and that's why first thing in the morning I'm going to make this batter and create the crepes and set them aside. So the ingredients of a French crepe are very simple. It's a batter made out of, like most batters, with flour, milk and eggs, but it's very much looser than your typical pancake batter because the crepes, when they cook, we want to make them very thin, hence why we make it very loose. So the first thing I'm going to start with is flour, and I have a cup of flour here. I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon of sugar just because we're making dessert. Typically a French crepe batter does not have sugar if you're making it for a savory purpose, and might substitute regular wheat flour for buckwheat flour, which has a lot more flavor. But for this one, given that it's dessert, I'm just using regular white all-purpose flour. And then I'm going to add a pinch of salt. I always put a pinch of salt even in my desserts. Now I'm going to add the wet ingredients, which are going to be milk. I like to use whole milk, eggs, oil, that's vegetable oil, and some of the cognac that I'll use later on tonight to finish up my cocktail. For about a cup of flour, I use a little bit more milk, so about 1.25 cups of milk. Then 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You'd think that cognac was an unusual ingredient for crepe batter, but it's nice because it brings out the richness of the batter, and it also will evaporate later. I'm going to put the 2 eggs in, crack them up. Okay, so now I'm going to use a simple whisk and whisk the batter until it's nice and smooth. You want to make sure that there are no lumps in there. Some people like to use a blender, but you know, I really don't want to dirty another appliance. And this is just a little bit of, you know, arm work, so it works for me. And one less thing to clean up. I'm going to whip it up nice and smoothly, and then I'm going to allow the batter to rest for about an hour in the refrigerator. So now the batter has chilled for about an hour, and I'm going to take it out and create the crepes. So I'm going to heat the pan up. What I did here is I just put some vegetable oil so that it's easy for me to work with, and I use a brush, just a thin layer. So what I'm going to do, I just use a ladle, and I'm going to pour it right in the middle. This is a bit tricky because you want to work really fast. So I'm going to let it sit until it sort of browns on the bottom. Then I'm going to flip it. So now I'm going to just continue doing this until I'm done with all the batter, and then I'll set them aside, cover them with plastic wrap, and keep them in the fridge until tonight. Hi! Okay, so my friends are here. Thanks for coming, guys. So I made something really simple. They are crepe Suzette, and it's a lot of fun because I am going to light the kitchen on fire. So I made these this morning.
Those look good.
Aren't they? They're sort of thin and lacy, and they're very quick to make. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take each one, and I am going to fold them in 4. So first halfway, and then again in half. So you have a little triangle. And I kind of put them in the pan, all of the other ones. How many are we, guys? We're about 5 of us? Okay. Did you include me, the chef?
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, guys. Wait, so now the next step is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I know, this is something that you're going to forgive me for, but the flavor comes through. 1 whole stick of butter. I am going to grate an orange, and I have a navel orange here, the nice and perfumed. Yep. I'm going to grate it with a microplane zester so that all the zest and basically the essence of the orange comes in the butter. You guys smell that? It's really yummy. It smells like right out of the orchard. I'm cutting the orange in half, and then I need to squeeze out all the juice into our sauce. So basically I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of sugar, or maybe, what do you guys say, 3? Yes, let's put 3 in. Okay, 3 is good. So we are going to allow this to boil a little bit. Basically basically what we're doing is we're creating a bit of a glaze for our crepes. So now I'm going to turn it off and take our sauce and pour it over our crepes. Here we go. I turn it on. I'm allowing it to heat, the crepes to heat up and warm up for just a couple of minutes. I'm using Grand Marnier, which you guys are going to soon find out is what I actually put also in our cocktail. So here we go. They're bubbling up. Here we go. And here we come.
That's awesome.
Shake the pan and all the alcohol comes up from the bottom and says hello. Nice. And you can see that alcohol together with the butter sauce is creating this very creamy glaze. Who wants some crepes, guys? Okay, so for the cocktail, I picked something really fun and fast, playing with the ingredients that we use for our crepe Suzette. I picked the sidecar. For the alcohol, it starts with some cognac. That's the base alcohol. Then we put the Grand Marnier. And then for a little bit of the tartness, we put in lemon juice. Okay, I'm going to cut it in half. And squeeze about an ounce. Put some ice in, make it nice and chilled. I'm going to do 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1 ounce of Grand Marnier, and then I'm going to do 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and the last one. So now the fun part comes. I always like this because I get my workout out of it. I take the shaker and I go. What I've done here is I've squeezed some lemon in a plate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the rim in the lemon juice and stir it in the sugar. So we give it a nice sugar rim. Okay, so now I am going to pour it out. So now the only thing that's left is to take them over to my friends and enjoy the evening. That was super fast and I didn't have to slave in the kitchen all day. Cheers. It was